What a gorgeous wide view. That's what you'll get with a pair of Athlon Argos Gen 2 binoculars. Let's take a look. Let me start with a quick unboxing, and then let's just see the contents of the box. These are Athlon Argos G2 binoculars, and these are the 8 power version with 42mm objective lenses in the tubes, and I believe the tubes are made with some sort of magnesium alloy to keep them light, and they are fully armored and coated with a rubberized polymer coating for durability, with these checkerboard side panels to provide a good grippy surface even with wet hands or with gloved hands in the cold. The front lens caps are retained, so you have less chance of losing them out in the field, and the rear is a spectacle style lens cap in one unit that is semi-retained. To retain it, you just have to run your neck strap through the loops on the covers and then through the tube itself, and that keeps them keeps them in place when you are moving around with them. Or without the neck strap, then they are fully removable. Now, the unit itself is fairly compact. You can bring it down to about less than 5 inches wide, and it's about 6 inches long. So these are really good for travel binoculars. Small enough to easily put into your range bag or a side saddle or a backpack. Not quite pocketable unless you have very big pockets, but still a lot of power and performance out of a fairly compact set of binoculars here. Now, some other key features is that the rear eye cups, rear eyepieces have built-in eye cups that are indexing, and these are plastic. And the binoculars themselves have a fairly decent eye relief, so you don't have to get your eyes right onto the glass even. The right tube has a diopter focus, so you can adjust that to your eyes, as well as the main focus knob is nice and large diameter. That provides both a means to quickly change your focus, as well as a large diameter, so you can make a fine focus adjustment very easily with this. And on the front of the bridge here, there is a tripod adapter socket underneath this logo cap. Just unscrew that, and you have a standard photo 1/4 inch threading there, so you can attach a tripod adapter or any kind of photo arm to provide these binoculars with a good stable platform. And the glass themselves, these have a dielectric ESP coating, which, as I understand it, bounces more of the light through the tube into your eye to make for a brighter, more color accurate image, and as well as has an XPL coating on our objective lenses to make them more durable. And it has phase coated back 4 prisms for higher contrast, as well as reducing some of the chromatic aberration. But of course, we'll see how the glass looks like when we take it out to the field next. Before we get started with the test, I'd just like to take a quick break here to talk about this episode's sponsor, Aura. For the cost of just a VPN, I'm getting a whole suite of security services, including $1 million in identity theft insurance, and they're even removing me from those damn data broker listings. Use my link, aura.com/moondog, and you can try them for 14 days, free. And if you use that link, you're helping to support this channel. You know, identity fraud is a real thing, and with AI, it's all too easy to spoof your identity. That's why you should try out Aura. All right, let's get back to the tests. We are looking through the Athlon Argos G2 at the peak of Mount Davidson, approximately 1,400 yards away. And the overall image we're getting through these binoculars is nice, bright, sharp, and clear, with good color accuracy and rendition. It should be noted this is midday, so we're not seeing as much contrast in the shadows as we would earlier or later in the day. And there's a little bit of marine haze and some heat mirage going on, so we're seeing that with my naked eye. So what you're seeing in the camera is actually pretty accurate. Now I'm looking for any chromatic aberration. Usually you'll see a bit of color or purple fringe in high contrast areas, like where the shadows of the trees on the hilltop are silhouetted against the bright blue sky, but I'm really not seeing much of that, at least not with my naked eye. Seeing a little hint of that at the edge of some of the walls on the homes in the ridge there, about 700 yards away. For the very outer edge of our image, where we're seeing a little bit of vignetting and softening. But it should be noted that those homes on the ridge there are 700 yards away. So there's quite a bit of a difference, about 700 yards between those and the hilltop, which just shows you how much of a depth of focus is capable with these wide angle 8-power binoculars. But it's still sharp enough that I can make out a trail marker sign at the very top of the hill there. It's a little white speck. That's actually a 3-foot-ish steel sign on top of a pole, which is on the top of the trail there in the hill. It's still visible even with these binoculars from this distance. All right, we're looking through the Athlon Argos G2 at our reference targets downrange at 100 yards. And while we can't see a lot of detail on our reference target itself, we can see the overall wide field of view and the color accuracy that we're getting. The color balance is excellent, and overall image is sharp and bright from what I can see through with my naked eye. Now I'm going to add about 100% of digital zoom just so we can maybe see a little more detail on those targets. And we can make out the reactive sticker target on the bottom left, though I cannot see any additional bullet holes on that paper target. And on our reference resolution chart on the bottom right, I really can't make out anything other than the largest horizontal and vertical lines on that resolution chart. I'd like to thank Athlon for sending out the Argos Gen 2 8-power binoculars, and these really impressed me for entry-level binoculars. In terms of its design, its features, its build quality, these look like much more expensive binoculars. Aside from having just a little bit of a softness around the outer edges, in terms of focus, and of course being much more affordable than ED glass, yeah, I think these are great. This is a really good value, and if you're interested in picking up a pair, I've included product links as well as more information in my full written write-up at moondogindustries.com, and you'll find a link to that article in this video's description. Use those links in that article and you help support this channel. And you can always help by simply hitting the like button and the subscribe button and notification bell buttons if you're not already a subscriber. They don't charge you anything. It's absolutely free to be a subscriber to my channel, so I appreciate you taking the time to press those buttons and taking the time to watch this video. God bless. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.